not particularly ladylike, but sometimes better out than in, isn't it? Exactly. We've got a corker show in store for you tonight, so grab yourself a cuppa, try not to spill it on the way to the sofa, and stay tuned for a little bit of this.
What, these? Them, yeah.
A little bit of that.
Beep, beep, box. Beep, beep, box.
We could put you in.
And shake your bum.
It might be a big cock. It might be a small cock.
I just don't know. More of that later anyway. I think it's time that we talked about the show and met the panel. Yeah. Yes, indeed. First up is a man known across the country for his legendary ball skills. The Queen certainly thought they were very good, enough so to award him an MBE. Who can argue with that? Nobody. It's Martin of Fire. Now, I don't know about you at home and I don't know about you lot in here, but I love a happy ending. So you can imagine how over the moon I was when I opened the papers to see photos of my next guest just tonguing the life out of each other. Who says romance is dead? Please welcome Charlie Travers and Dexter Coe. OK, so tonight is going to be crazy. There's just something in the energy. I feel like kicking the balls is coming. You? I think it is. So let's start off with the latest nominations results. To confirm, 5 housemates up for eviction this week are Bruce, Lauren, Sophie, Courtney and Louis. I've got no idea which way they are. I was just kind of pointing in any direction. So that's exactly 45.4545455% of the housemates for any fact lovers that may be out there. OK, so are the right people up? Let's go to the audience first.
Definitely. Hi. Hi, how you doing, Emma? Nice to be back here, not the other end. Yeah, definitely. I think that between Bruce and Sophie, I think Bruce is kind of suffering with himself a little bit, and he's taking it out on everyone else, let's be honest. All right, have your turn.
What about arguments in the house? Can we argue in the audience?
I have not forgiven Sophie for what she did to Lauren. I felt like giving her a cuddle when I was up there. I just wanted to run in, like, bless her. She's crying her eyes out.
I know. Anybody think the wrong people are up?
Yes.
Oh, you would.
I would. Carol should have been up. She stirred it up so much, it's time. They should have voted for her to go to instead of what the people... Yes, enough is enough.
Dexter, are the right people up in your opinion?
Everybody apart from Lauren and Courtney.
OK. Why not Lauren and Courtney?
Because they're just so lovable and warm and they just need to stay in the process.
Charlie, what about you? Who would you have voted for?
I would have actually voted for Bruce and Sophie, for sure, definitely.
So you think, yes, the right two there. OK, so there's loads of housemates. Didn't we have 5 on Friday as well that were up? 5 again, not tonight, this week. It's been a very long day. Martin, do you think any of the other housemates have had a lucky escape? This young man said Carol. Yeah. Anybody else?
Absolutely. Well, Carol and Charlotte, I think, have both had lucky escapes.
Why so Charlotte?
Just because I've had history with women who drink a little bit of alcohol, you know you are, get a little bit drunk. And you know what happens when the wrong woman drinks the wrong amount of alcohol? You know, anything could happen. I think... So, you know, you have to be careful.
Too Larry, then, in your opinion?
Just far too Larry.
OK. Sophie was clearly gutted, we saw this evening, about being nominated. She really looked shocked, I think, to hear her name, in my opinion. And apparently, she's had enough. That's it. I just want to get out of here now. Charlie, is she misunderstood?
And yeah, to some degree, I think she's a little bit misunderstood because of maybe her past. It informs her sort of behaviour, and the way she sort of delivers what she says is sometimes condescending. I think people don't like that because everyone wants to be on a level playing field in that house, and it's not nice to be talked down to. But I don't necessarily know if she means it in that way. But she does like to talk, and she's a girl after my own heart. With the talking bit. With the talking bit.
Would you all like to see how she was feeling this morning? Yeah. Here we go.
Morning, honey.
Morning. Feeling better?
Yeah, I thought I was just overtired. I don't know why I was so bloody surprised anyway. I wasn't surprised about being put up, just...
We're all gonna get put up at some point, Sophie, aren't we?
Poor Laura, she was upset last night. I think actually when I saw Lauren, then seeing her upset me. And it was just like a...
Yeah, but it's all a learning curve because After the first time she was nominated, when things were said about her being a little self-absorbed, she got better. This time, a few things were said. She'll get better, so you'll learn.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's all a learning curve, and you have to treat it that way.
Well, I'm going to speak to Carol, so I can't work out. I've been bossy, so...
Can I cheer you up?
What?
I've been wanting to get out of bed for 15 minutes, but I've got morning glory.
Oh, no. Is it lying next to me?
I think it is. It's that fucking pyjama set.
It's now.
Too much.
I feel right twat now. I was getting all upset. I think it's just because it's just... You spend all this time with people, it's just not very nice.
But the thing, you just have to think not everybody's going to like yourself. That's it.
At least now she's kind of saying, you know, OK, I'm kind of getting over it now. But is it a shock initially?
Yeah, I definitely think she was very shocked, for sure.
Was it for you the first time?
For me being nominated?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I knew I'd be nominated. I thought I'd be nominated weeks before I actually was, so... I was prepared for it. So
but you
we're talking about
Carol. Now, Bruce received the most nominations. He got 5. It's quite a lot, really. With everyone saying how much they dislike his aggressive outbursts. Martin, does he need to chill a little bit?
If he wants to stay in the house, I think he needs to definitely chill a bit. You know, he's a grumpy old man, but at the end of the day, you know, he's getting on in years, and, you know, you do have to respect your elders a little bit and give them a little bit of leeway. But now he's been tarnished with this sort of, you know, aggressive tag. As we all know, once you get tarnished with something by a few housemates, it's, you know, it stays with you.
But as who was just saying then, you know, you learned, Vicky was saying to Sophie, you learn from these things, don't you? So you hear what people think and then hopefully you can take it on board. So, Dexter, do you think any of his outbursts have been justified?
They're not justified at all. I mean, Big Brother is about endurance. If Bruce can't hack it, he needs to get out.
Absolutely.
There's no room in the house for a grumpy tomato head. It's as simple as that. I mean, he's so grumpy, it's ridiculous.
He's got to have a grump.
Well, yeah, only for so long,
Big
though.
Brother's about a variety of people, right?
Yeah, but he also knows what he's getting into. He knows what he's getting into as well. So he knows he's got to put up with the youngsters getting drunk. Well, I say youngsters, look at Carol every night.
Yeah, she's the not-so-youngster getting drunk every night, and what glory that is to watch. So who do you want out on Wednesday?
Listen, I have to say, I honestly do not like Louis. I thought Andrew Stone was one of the worst celeb housemates, but he's so annoying. I know a lot of people like him, but he doesn't care what people think. He'll go behind someone's back. He has no emotion.
But as Paul just said on the front, it's Big Brother.
But it doesn't matter. He is so annoying. Every time he talks, I can't take it.
OK, down the panel. Dexter, who do you want out Wednesday?
Sophie.
Charlie?
Bruce.
Martin?
I don't want anyone out, but I think Sophie's going to go.
OK. Well, that's what our panel think, but what about you lot at home? Over the past 24 hours, we've run a poll online to see which housemates you would nominate. Thousands, and I mean thousands of you voted online, and the results are in. So let's get a lighting change and some tension music, please. OK, so in no particular order, I can reveal that you voted for Bruce, Sophie, Carol, Louis and Lauren. Lights back up. So pretty much the same, apart from Carol for Courtney. So what are they seeing that maybe we're not?
I think they're saying that Carol, she goes from argument to argument and stirs it all up, has a little laugh about it, goes away and says, she said this about you, she said this about you. But and she is a hypocrite. She's being two-faced and she's going to get caught out.
Yeah. She is.
Yeah,
she's an instigator, you know, she stirs things up. And Courtney she may be flashy, but she's beautiful, lovely person, lovely soul, she has a heart.
Carol has made it quite clear that she's stirring, though. We've even seen her do this, haven't we? Like, oh, look at me winding them up and letting them go.
It's great TV. Carol. She's brilliant.
You want to see Carol stay in?
Definitely, I love her. I think she's fantastic.
OK, thank you all very much, everybody. Give yourself a little round of applause. Just a little one. Join me after the break for loads more juicy Big Brother exclusives. Plus, we'll be analysing the housemates' latest behaviour. But first, it's eviction night on Wednesday. And 5 of our celebs are up for the chop. Here are the details you need to save your faith. This week, Bruce, Courtney, Lauren, Louis and Sophie all face the public vote. Who stays? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 50 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. For Bruce at 02. For Courtney at 05. For Lauren at 08. For Louis at 09. For Sophie at 12. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 35p. Other landlines may vary. Voting closes in Wednesday's eviction show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count. For full terms, go to channel5.com/BBVote. Welcome back to Big Brother Spit on the Side. I just miss you so much. I said that I'd stay till the end, so I will. I'm gonna stay. I just can't bear to be around everybody else right now. You just seem miles away, miles and miles and miles away. I'm so sorry, I'm just having a moment. Not really! Oh, I thought that would go further, but it didn't. Right, now, usually, I don't want to understand what's going on inside the heads of our celebrity housemates because, quite frankly, it scares the shit out of me. But contractually, I have to. So thank goodness I have one of the best in the biz to help me out. Please welcome behavioural expert, Dr. Pam Spurr. I've now composed myself, Pam, and I will not be sobbing on your shoulder anymore. So let's get straight into the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about nominations. Were you surprised by any of the 5 that were up?
No. Each of those
Not
5...
one?
No. They all have their own unique brand of bringing stress and irritation to the house, so not at all surprised.
So they just brought it on themselves, basically?
Yeah, absolutely.
Any of them have a lucky escape that aren't up?
Absolutely. Carol had a lucky escape because so many of the housemates noticed the way she has, been stirring the pot. I'm calling it the LW effect, the loose woman effect, because there's tactical voting going on in there. I don't think people want to be seen to vote for her when they know how popular the past, loose women housemates have been. And
That's
I
interesting,
think
because we heard them talking earlier, didn't we, about nobody playing a game?
Oh, do you believe that? Do you ever believe that? Wow, we've got the master over there, Dexter Coe.
I know. I think we're going to talk to... we are going to talk to Dexter about that in the second debate, actually. But it's always different, isn't it, with the celeb housemates, because they're there for different reasons. One, they're getting paid, so it depends on how much they really want to win it and how much they love Big Brother, I suppose.
Oh, and how many column inches they want and how much they want to raise their profile. Those are big things to the celebs in there. So absolutely, they're playing it for all their worth. And there go my notes again, like last week.
I know, every week you dropped your notes. It's fine, it's fine.
I don't need them.
We're going to throw it to a VT now, so you can pick them up in that. Here are some of the varied reactions to the noms reveal.
Courtney. Louis.
Yes! Thank you.
Bruce.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Lauren.
Oh.
Sophie.
OK, so what do you get from that? What can you tell?
Well, Louis is so not genuine because what he had a micro expression right across his eyes that revealed upset in his eyes. Again, the eyes don't lie. But the others were, very genuine. We have, of course, Sophie is devastated. And as I said to you last week, she doesn't really realise she's got kind of quite low self-awareness and doesn't know really kind of her place with and her standing with the other housemates. And with Lauren, we have complete devastation. And, she considers it like a real rejection from the housemates rather than part of a game, and I can only imagine that Lauren's faced a lot of rejection in her life, so for her it's particularly tough.
OK, let's talk about them individually. Let's start with Courtney. Now, she's had some friction around her recently. Why do you think that is?
Well, Courtney brings something different to the house. Not only is she the youngest, but in a sense she's the most complicated character, and I think a lot of people find that hard to deal with. So she's sweet on the one hand, but then they see her be incredibly ambitious. And then she's, kind of kind-hearted, but then she's pouting, prancing, posing. So I think it causes a lot of conflict in the other housemates about what they actually feel about her.
She's really let herself go, hasn't she, as well, the last couple of days? And I've loved seeing that side of her, actually. How has that changed the house, though, do you think?
Well, like drinking out of her high heels. Let me tell you, these babies have seen a few cocktails sipped out of them. But that kind of... that kind of behaviour where we've seen from her is, if you think about it, 24/7, she has to do that sex kitten routine. Can you imagine what that would be like, Emma? Always having to put on that show. No, I couldn't either. So
but that seems to be the real her, though, doesn't it? I mean, she said she walks around her house naked. Like, a bikini is a lot of clothes for her, I think.
But she never switches off, and everyone switches off, even someone who is that kind of girly and sex kittenish. So what it is, it's what we're seeing is her sort of rebellious child coming out. Because, of course, she's had the kind of critical parent inside her telling her, you've got to be perfect, you've got to keep that pouting up, you've got to act so kittenish. And that rebellious child wants to break out, as it has.
OK, and good for her. Let's move on to Lauren. Is she an easy target, or does she deserve to be up, do you think?
Lauren, in a sense, is an easy target because in the confines of the house, even small behaviours are deal breakers. So what we might think of a small behaviour being, oh, she's a bit untidy, for them it's a really big deal, and because it is such close confines. But I do think there's another layer to it, and I think some of the housemates have used that as an easy excuse. And perhaps they think actually she is hard work, the way Bruce has said, that she needs a lot of looking after.
But a lot of them said that actually for last week's nomination.
Exactly, and this week they've taken the easy route, probably in their subconscious mind, knowing that it was all going to come out what they said, that they're going to see each other's noms.
OK, let's move on to Sophie. Now, she's clearly rubbing Louis and Carol up the wrong way. Has she got anybody in the house that is an ally for her?
Well, she just was forging that new sort of alliance with Courtney, and then, of course, she goes and nominates her.
I know, I found that very odd.
She only said the other night to Courtney, don't worry, I've got your back, and so, of course, she's lost that ally, and even Mario was looking a little bit like he was getting slightly annoyed the way she went on and on.
He seems still be on her side, though, doesn't he?
He is on the whole, but because he's, one of the four corners with, Louis, Charlotte, and Carol, he's never really...
The square,
yes,
Charlotte was putting it.
The square, that, he's never really going to be fully on her side. She's an easy target for, Carol and Louis. They've really descended to playground behaviour. I'm so disappointed in Carol, who's such a smart, funny woman, and all that kind of mimicking of her lips and the way she, doesn't move her mouth very much. That sort of stuff makes her an easy target for them to kind of just have a little bitch about when they're both feeling like they want to have a bitch about someone.
OK, and what about Louis? He certainly pulls no punches in that house, does he? Oh. Do you think he doesn't care if he's nominated? He kind of always looks like he wants people to nominate him and says that he doesn't care, and nominate me, yes, I'm so pleased I'm up. Does he care?
The lady doth protest too much, don't you think? I mean, definitely. He does care underneath it all. As I said, there was that micro-expression. We had the tears last week that were slightly inexplicable, and I do think so that puts him under a lot of stress. The problem with Louis is, though, he's created this pecking order within the house, and he's made them very aware who's in and who's out. And so that's created a lot of conflict in the house with the characters who are out, like, Dustin, people like that.
There doesn't seem to be any in between, does there? He's either getting on with you or...
Absolutely.
Or not.
Yeah.
And then finally, Bruce, what do you make to him?
Well, Bruce, of course, again, in the house, there's such a lot of anxiety anyway that his outbursts create even more anxiety. So, of course, he's up for nomination or up for eviction. And also, when I look at the negative feeling within the house, there's something that I call the generators and the reactors.
Okay.
Now, Bruce is a classic reactor. He likes order. He likes things to be the same. He can cope with boredom, but he reacts badly to other people's sort of issues and what they do. Carol, say, is a classic generator. Low boredom threshold. She likes to take a few risks. She likes spontaneity. So she's been generating...
Likes playing up.
Exactly. She's been generating a lot of the action in the house. So with Bruce, he's one of these reactors who's always going to try and keep things contained, but then reacts really badly when things don't go the way he wants them to.
So maybe he should react a bit more continuously rather than letting it all...
Yeah, he's a nuclear reactor. If he could just bring it down a few notches to kind of a normal reactor, he might be OK.
OK, Dr. Pam, thank you very much. Pam, everybody. So that's what the expert has to say about our housemates. But what about the average Joe on the street? We sent AJ out to Covent Garden to investigate.
What do our public think of this year's batch of celebrities? And for that matter, do they even know who they are? Let's get Vox Popping! Do you watch Celebrity Big Brother? No. No? No? You look like you're in a boy band.
We are.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
OK, we need to talk about Celebrity Big Brother, though.
Yeah.
Are you watching it?
It's on record. Series link and that.
Do you watch Celebrity Big Brother?
Yes.
Yes! Amazing!
I love it.
Yay?
Yes. And you and Ryland.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Peggy.
That's like Barbara Streisand. What about Mario?
He's just something to stare at.
Les! Janice! Janice! I love you!
That is Charlotte.
That's the one who wet herself.
That is the one that wet herself.
She wet herself in the bed, that slapper.
If you could boo anyone out, who would it be?
Lauren.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Why?
Just don't like her.
She doesn't know herself, and I think it's a bit sad to watch sometimes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He's so fit.
And Jawline's serious.
Definitely would do her.
Jawline is
Yeah, he said that.
I definitely would do her.
Joe said he would do her.
Definitely.
What are we saying about Courtney? Courtney Stodden, the blonde bombshell with the massive boobs.
That'd be Heidi Montag.
And who do you prefer, Heidi or her?
Heidi, just because I love the hills.
And who do you want to win?
Charlotte.
See, I'd quite like Mario to win.
I used to think he was the right tool, but
He's the mellow
he's
one.
all right.
You know what? I like Dustin actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
He's a happy chappy.
I just want Charlotte to win. Oh, she's just a classy girl.
Mario to win, and I am going to probe you for this answer.
Charlotte, obviously. Fellow Geordie, I want to win. She gets rattled all over the show regularly.
Charlotte's a mess. Charlotte is my favourite. Yeah. she's class.
Beep box. Beep box. We could put you in. So there we have it. Big Brother, you're doing a cracking job. The public have spoken. Charlotte to win.
Okay, I'm feeling a bit like Cilla Black at the moment. Oh, yes. It's time to catch up with two former housemates responsible for one of the most intriguing love stories in recent Big Brother years. Here to tell us all about their blossoming romance, please welcome Charlie and Dexter. So is it all official?
You can answer that.
Why are you letting Dexter answer it?
Because it's still, as usual, surprise, surprise, ironically, it's up in the air.
Why?
No, we're just...
There's a bit of distance between you, I'm noticing.
Come on then, Dex.
Oh.
So what's going on?
Well, we was in the house and we made a deal and said once we've watched the show back...
Yeah.
That we can... About going out for dinner.
Yeah.
So we said, whoever won, because she said, I don't trust you, and if I find out that you're...
We did watch that, Dexter, for 9 weeks.
full of BS, then basically you have to buy me dinner. And then I said, if you find out my feelings are true, then I buy you dinner.
Yeah.
What actually happened was something totally different. We went out for dinner, and she didn't pay, I didn't pay.
Guess who arrived?
Who?
It was me, Dexter, and his mum. Yes. The three of us.
Okay.
And neither of us paid for dinner. Dexter's mum paid for dinner.
Yeah. But what has that got to do with your romance?
Well...
So, we had lovely dinner, nice food. You had scallops, I had a nice bit of fillet steak.
Dexter, I don't want to know what you ate. I want to know what's happening with the two of you.
We had a few drinks and went out to a certain nightclub and we came out and had a little bit of fun and that's it. Basically.
We're trying to see each other, like, obviously we're both quite busy, but we're trying to fit time to see each other, and it's very different outside the house to inside. Obviously, now I'm not constantly questioning if he's playing a game, because we're not in the house anymore, so...
Okay.
So now it's just kind of about spending time together, enjoying each other, and...
because you did say in the house that you weren't attracted to him.
Did.
So now you've come out of the house and things are different.
Yeah, they are a little bit, they are, because in the house I still was attracted to Dexter. There were certain parts about him that I found warm, and when he was not playing a game I thought he was cute, and sometimes when he looked at me I thought he was very loving and endearing. It was just all the other times that he was game playing. But now I've seen more of that side of him outside the house. He's sort of more real and more open and honest, which is what I kind of wanted to see. And I've seen much more of that now that he's not...
So you had a cheeky snog and you got papped holding hands, but you're getting to know each other. You're dating.
Yeah, we're having fun. We're enjoying ourselves.
It's really hard to date in normal situations, let alone when you're a little bit known. I mean, I know everyone's will probably forget about us in a couple of weeks' time, but it's... And then all the fans obviously really want us to get together, but we really need to get to know each other first in a normal environment where there's not all that intensity and secrets and lies.
Put all the past behind us and then actually just like kind of start fresh.
And then we can move forward.
So you're dating?
Yeah.
That's what getting to know each other is, right? You're dating.
We're dating.
Okay.
We're hanging out.
Let's go back to when you went into the house. You had a girlfriend called Charlotte, who was very lovely. She came on, her name was Charlotte, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she came on the show. She was there the last time you faced eviction, I think, before the final. She was there with your mum. So what happened to Charlotte?
Me and Charlotte are very, very good friends, and I've been on the phone to her the last couple of days. She's just happy that I'm happy, and that's what she said to me.
Very understanding.
Okay.
So she's the most understanding girl. Yeah.
Dexter looks totes emosh, actually. You've got shiny eyes right now, Dexter.
Oh.
Like, glistening. Now, we all know that there was a third person in your triangle, and that is Callum. Charlie, have you spoken to Callum since?
Actually, I have not heard one single word from Callum since I left the house. Not one word. No tweets, no nothing.
Do you think that's because of your friendship with Dexter?
Yeah, probably something to do with that. Yeah, no, we haven't even spoken. It'd be nice to bump into him maybe, but yeah, I think it's very much to do with Dexter and I's situation.
But you've had a little bit of a Twitter argy-bargy with him.
Yeah.
What's all that about, Dexter?
Well, it's half banter, but I watched the show back and I looked at his exit interview and he spent most of it talking about me. I looked at some of the diary rooms where he was just so really strange. Like,
how do you feel about him now, then?
Absolutely hate the man. I mean, he's actually obsessed with me. Really, really, really obsessed with me.
Well, do you know what? We can find out if he's obsessed with you, because what you didn't know is that Callum's actually here. And he's listening to everything. So let's bring Callum out. Joining the Emma Willis show, which it's now called. So what
it
are
really
your
is
thoughts?
It
surprise.
is.
What are your thoughts on all of this? What you got to say?
It's really got nothing to do with me. Yeah, do you know what? If they're now a couple, then good luck to them.
Yeah, Dexter.
We need it.
Thank you for that. And we have been exchanging tweets and inboxes and stuff, haven't we? So
very interesting. Yeah.
You know.
By exchanging inboxes?
Do you know, things are going really good for me right now, and I'm not sure in his tweet why my name even came up, to be honest. You'll have to ask him.
So why did his name come up in your... What was the tweet? Because I didn't see it. I'm not sure.
Look, it was a joke. I'm going to buy a Chihuahua, and I asked my... I know. I asked my Twitter followers, what should I call it? And loads of names came up, and someone said Murphy, because I like Murphy, you know, the guy that we named the diary room in the house. And then somebody said Callum. So I said to one of my Twitter followers, oh, no, it's definitely not going to be Callum, but I'm sure he'll be outside Pets R Us queuing up in a tent to buy the dog before I do.
Is this a dog you were buying or the two of you were buying?
No,
it's just Dexter.
It's a personal dog. We're not on joint dogs yet.
I was going to say...
Maybe in a couple of months.
Now, Callum, you told the researchers that you weren't sure if you bought this relationship.
Well, what I said was...
Showmance or romance, do you think?
No, what I said was, I really don't know. Do you know what? I'm completely removed from it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's real.
Real? Unsure? Because I don't know. Not sure I'm worried either.
Dexter, what do you think to the people that think this isn't genuine?
Well, look, you have to give us a chance. Like I said, it's hard enough to date in the normal world, let alone after you've come out of the show. We didn't do a showmance in the show, so why would we do a showmance outside of the show?
Well, because of Cha-Ching.
Good point.
Good point. Good point.
You say, why would you? But there are reasons. I'm not saying that. Hold on. I'm not saying that you are at all.
Let's be completely honest, Emma.
There is a reason for you to do it if you wanted to. That's all I'm saying.
I understand exactly what you're saying, but let's be completely honest. Nobody wants to see my chicken wing arms on the front cover of OK.
I'd quite like to see that. Oh. OK, that's all we've got time for. Guys, thank you so much for taking part.
No problem.
I hope you can sort your problems out, and I hope that you're happy and that you guys can continue and get to know each other in a private surroundings, and that everything is good. Still to come, we've got our DNA results of Ryan's paternity test. Rylan, rather, not Ryan. And we'll be finding out about AJ's past as a stripper. But first, here are all the details you need to take part in the show. What do you think about Charlotte wetting the bed? Does your 53-year-old housemate drive you balmy with their late-night drunken antics? What do you think of our model who just won't listen? If you have an opinion on these housemates or any of the Celebrity Big Brother residents, we want to hear from you. Email us at audience@bbbitontheside.com. And who knows, you could be in Boreham Wood shouting your mouth off sooner than you think. Big Brother's Pit on the Side. I'm so angry with you. So angry with you. You're such a miserable sod. Why are you even here? You stupid, big, red, tomato-head bastard. Go on. Get out of here. Right, time now to talk about the rest of the show we just watched, and the lovely Callum has joined us right in the middle. So, let's start with Courtney, who has been drinking out of stilettos and, according to Carol, has necked a bottle of champagne in 5 minutes. So, are you liking the wilder Courtney?
Yes. I can't bear the screeching and the squealing. It's so annoying. It's like having a little child in the house.
You can't help your voice, though. You can't help... My voice goes crazy.
She's becoming herself. She's enjoying being young. Obviously she's controlled, you know, by being with an older character. But this is her chance to shine and be a bit younger, which I think she's doing.
Kind of live a little and be a little bit crazy.
She's very entertaining, but I wish Lauren didn't try and control her so much.
Well, they seem to be distancing a little bit, don't they? Sophie and Bruce, they've been complaining that they can't sleep at night in the house. Welcome to Big Brother. Callum, do you think they should just get on with it? Maybe
Bruce,
join in a little.
Sophie, stop being boring. Join in. You've got your whole life to sleep. You're in the Big Brother house 3 weeks and you'll never get the chance again, so just enjoy it. Stop being boring.
Tiredness, if you are tired, though, it can really grate on you,
Do you know what? It's 3 weeks.
However, it's 3 weeks, you're getting paid nice money.
Enjoy it.
Dexter, go on.
They need to grow some backbone and just keep going through it. Like I said earlier, it's about endurance. If they can't endure it, then get out. I'm moaning about being in there. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Just have fun, party, and play the game.
Well said, Dexter Coe. Now, we saw Charlotte and Bruce have a little bit of a Barney. Are they ever going to be able to live together harmoniously, do you think, Charlie?
No, I don't think they will. They're just from very different backgrounds and generations. He's obviously old school, traditional. He's not interested in any of that. She's a free spirit, she's wild, she's fun. She doesn't really give two shits what anyone thinks. And I don't think they're ever going to see eye to eye.
Did you just censor your own shit?
Yes, I did. I saved you the hard work, Emma.
I love you for that, Charlie Travers, but you really don't have to on this show. You can say
right,
it
she
all.
don't give two shits.
Now, Vicky said this evening that she didn't like the way that Charlotte spoke to Bruce and that it was disrespectful. Martin?
Well, I was brought up to, you know, respect your elders, and I think she realised that in the end. That's why she, you know, went back and apologised. Maybe it might have been good for Bruce to apologise as well, but yeah, I think...
Yeah, it's much of a muchness, isn't it? Because he did kind of freak out in that kind of, as he said, she reminds me of my daughter.
He's set in his ways a little bit.
Exactly, yeah. Maybe it should have come from both directions, the apology, rather than just one.
Agreed.
It's never right for a man to shout at a girl, you know, she's 23 years old. He might be older.
But as Martin just said, it's never really fair for anyone to shout at anyone, really.
But then everyone, you know, everyone shouts at people. It's part of life, isn't it, at the end of the day? And if you're being deprived of sleep, then you might be a bit tetchy.
Yeah,
but there's no reason to go.
There are reasons for all of it, really. What about Lauren? She still seems quite down at the moment. Callum, do you think she's lost her sparkle? Is she going to be able to kind of carry on from this?
Do you know what? She seems quite isolated since Courtney stopped being her best friend as well. I wanted to join in more. She seemed a nice person. I wanted to join in with the antics a bit more and just enjoy it. At the very least, one of the other kind of loners, like Dustin or Abs, might spend a bit more time with her from now on, you might see.
Because I think of everyone, you know, everyone else who was nominated this week is like, yes, but Lauren's like, I want to stay.
Yeah, of course, but she's got to embrace it as well. Stop worrying what people think about her. She's a nice girl, but just enjoy it as well. Try and stop worrying what people think of you and just enjoy it, because people actually like her, don't they, on the whole?
Yeah? I think so.
I don't think Lauren actually knows how to. Did you not hear? She lives at home with her mum and her brothers, and she doesn't see the outside world.
And that's why maybe the rest of the house should try and help her.
Well, yeah, they should, because when you live with only people that know you, they obviously are going to help and pander to you.
Yeah.
So when you come out into the real world and people don't do that naturally, you expect it, and that's why she's falling flat.
She shouldn't be too needy.
Yeah, she is too needy, but it's not her fault.
Okay, we saw Charlotte tell Carol that she thinks no one has a game plan. This is where we go to Dexter, the master tactician. Come on, Dexter, lay it all out on the table.
Sophie's definitely got a game plan.
What is that game plan?
All of that being nice to Courtney. I mean,
they voted her.
I know.
Exactly. I mean, Courtney's a sweet girl. There was no need for that. But Sophie's game plan's going terribly, terribly wrong, and I think she's definitely going to leave.
Any of the others got a game plan?
I would say a little bit of... Lauren, you say? Really? No, definitely not Lauren. Lauren is who she is. And, you know, when she was getting emotional with the pictures and stuff, it was so nice. I think Louis might have a little bit of a game plan.
Do you think Louis does?
This is the first
like
time...
what Pam said, because he's always going on about, I don't care, I want to go.
Yeah.
Overcompensating.
This is the first time we've seen emotion from Louis and a break in the character. It isn't all the razzle-dazzle Louis Spence anymore. And in the diary room, we saw that little tiny bit of emotion. So I think that's his little bit of a game plan.
Do you not agree with Dexter?
Yeah, I agree.
That kind of told me. Does anybody think anybody else has a game plan?
I think that maybe Courtney might have a game plan. I think she's putting on this, I'm very young and sweet and innocent. But
she is very young.
Yeah, I know, but she's putting on the innocent act, but maybe up there she sort of knows, because she does have an older man to guide her as well, so he knows the world better, maybe.
Charlotte has a game plan, but she's being herself, but she has a game plan. She's smart. She's not as dizzy as people think that she is.
What do you think Charlotte's game plan is? Very quickly.
To be what she is, do her
Jersey character.
Yeah, and people will love her for it. That's what I think.
Okay, that's all we've got time for, I'm afraid. Not of the whole show, I just mean of this debate. So give yourself a big round of applause this time. Still to come, we'll be finding out what has made Sophie spew. How delightful. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back to Big Brother Spit on the Side. What was I doing? I can't remember what I was doing. Yeah! Oh, the news! Here you go. At 10:19 this morning, the housemates found out about this week's captivating task.
Later on, it will appear that you and two other housemates, Lauren and Carol, have been taken prisoner by a mysterious villain called Mr. Big.
Okay.
However, there is a secret. You will, in fact, be playing the part of Mr. Big, and you and the other housemates will actually be living in luxury. But first, Big Brother needs you to record a video message as Mr. Big. Big Brother has provided you with a costume and will disguise your voice with a voice changer effect.
Okay.
I am Mr. Big. I've taken Marion, Carol and Lauren prisoner. I have a list of very important demands that must be completed. If you do not complete these demands to my satisfaction, one of the prisoners will never return to the Big Brother house again. I will now allow you to see the prisoners and show a demonstration of the cruelty I am capable of.
To show you what Mr. Big is capable of, he will now drop thousands of live fire ants and beetles on us.
What have we got to do?
No.
What have we got to do to get him out of there?
It's nice to see that Bruce is really concerned about their welfare, though. That's good. At 12:15, as always, things weren't quite as easy as they seemed.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, my
Orange
God.
juice, fruit.
Chocolates.
Oh,
and pyjamas and
slippers. Oh, my God. Orange juice.
This is Mr. Big. Listen carefully. I will now tell you my first demand.
Bruce?
Housemates, You don't know how lucky you are with the food that you have. My prisoners will be fed the most horrible slop you can imagine. My first demand is that you surrender all the food in the house to me.
Okay.
I will then provide you with the same horrible slop that my prisoners will receive.
All the dishes, everything's got to go in there. Yeah, put the dishes on top last.
I don't think Where we need is the other peel. food in the house?
Oh, all that lovely food I've cooked, they're taking it all away.
My bread.
No, I might have that for my lunch.
No way, I'm having Nando's.
Other chicken-orientated restaurants are available. At 2:10 this afternoon, the housemates that weren't held hostage were set a stomach-churning task.
Oh! Hey, what is it?
Sophie, Abs, they're all marked. Vicky, Bruce.
I can't eat that.
I'm sorry, I can't eat this.
Come on, we've got to give it a try. Just give it a
can't.
try. Why?
Because if I get partway through and throw up, I can't eat this.
Fuck.
I feel terrible.
Right, okay.
What?
They're really hard to eat.
Bruce, don't
Get up to stop.
What, these?
No.
Them, yeah.
What did you eat, Bruce?
They're going to kill us.
We haven't done anything wrong.
No, we ain't done nothing wrong, but you know what they're like.
Where's that?
I can't. I'm sorry, I just smell that.
Courtney's just filing a nails.
If I thought someone was going to get evicted, I'd eat it.
Gravy stuff.
Got gravy stuff.
Charlotte!
Mind your hair, pull your hair back.
This is a normal Saturday night for her.
It's so rank. I'm so sorry for her. So sorry for her.
Oh, at least she's giving it a go.
Charlotte's gag reflex hasn't been used like that since the last series of Geordie Shore, bless her. And finally, at 4:42, Courtney had a decision to make when Mr. Big took another hostage.
Courtney, you're obsessed with your looks.
No, she's
You
not.
seem to care most about your appearance and possessions.
That's mean.
I want to put that to the test. I have taken your husband, Doug, prisoner.
Doug is here!
In order to see Doug and earn his freedom, you must give me all of your clothes.
Okay.
You'll be getting a set of dirty overalls to wear. I will now show him to you.
Hello, sweetheart. Oh no. Oh my God. I don't believe it. Hey, sweetheart. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I missed you.
Oh my gosh, I miss you so much every single day.
Can you take this off?
Help me out of here. You sure you can't take this off?
No, he said no. No, I can't. God, I was just in my bathing suit and they're like, you gotta get it.
Bless your heart. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
And honey? What? No smoking.
Are you watching me?
Honey?
Okay. Love you.
I love you. Love you, sweetie.
Love you.
Keep the faith.
Behave yourself.
So there you go, Courtney. You have been told Big Brother and your husband are always watching. That's today's news.
Hi, Bells. Hi, Biggs.
Hi, Hells.
Hi, good.
Look how pretty you look. Look at her little shoes and socks.
Oh,
You look like a little doll.
it's for you. I don't see very
You're
often.
getting red. What's happening? Tell me.
We want. Well, do you guys want to grill the nominated celebrities?
Oh yes, you do.
You can tweet us with the hashtag HMQuestions, and we will ask them in the diary room.
Okay.
You'll hear them. And everyone's talking about the nominations shocker.
Yeah.
From because we had it on the website last night.
So are people suitably shocked?
People love it. This is this is classic Big Brother, as Dan Foss says. Thank you, Big Brother team. Absolute classic. This is what the show's about. But Sophie must stay because she's Telly Gold. They reckon. Lucy P says this is a great twist for Abs because it brings him into the game.
Okay.
And Sophie must go apparently, which I don't know. And Lynn Dowling says I hate that they act happy when they see that they're up for nomination.
Well, yeah, that's what we've been talking about tonight.
Exactly,
like how much
yeah.
of that is genuine and how much is it kind of a facade?
Exactly. And she says I don't believe them, but fair play for Lauren because she's always a bit like wears her heart on her sleeve.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what we said earlier. She's kind of always, I really don't want to go.
Exactly, and that's what I think is true. I don't think anyone want to go really.
Dollface, it's time for us to go.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
No.
That's your lot for tonight. Thank you to all of our guests. I'll be back tomorrow with Get This for a lineup, right? Geordie Shaw's Holly Hagan, Dame Judy James, John McCurrick, and Courtney's husband, Doug Hutchinson's going to be here. Have a great night. Good night.